G'day guys, welcome to our Big V podcast here. We're going to jump straight into some VYCM as we, get close to finals and the awards come around the corner with the big news of the awards night jumping back into the scene here for 2023. And we're going to discuss some possible MVP candidates for VYCM. Now, there's a number of players who have had some outstanding games here across the board, but just haven't, really played enough games. So we won't touch on some of those. So we'll discuss some players who have played, quite significant games throughout the season thus far. We'll kick it off with Zan Agosta from Eltham.
Yeah, he's been brilliant all year. He's had a couple of 40-plus point performances, including 46 on the weekend just gone by. But he's someone who's he's been in and out of the side a little bit because he does dabble with Eltham's NBL 1 team, but averaging just under 22 points a game, and he's able to play, be pretty handsy on defense. 3 steals a game as well, which I think that and being able to distribute the ball from point guard, just under 4 assists a game, that sets him apart from me. I think he's a pretty well-rounded package, isn't he?
He really is, and they're so composed, Eltham, when they play in the half court. He plays majority of on the ball. He has the ball at the start, but then he also finds it at the end of their offense. He plays off pin downs and off on balls and stuff, and he's incredibly agile. He had a fantastic 20s campaign at the start of the year, which I'm sure put him in an amazing mindset to start this season. But yes, a guy that does dabble in NBL 1, as does Bandelovsky, another one who could possibly be an MVP candidate, but someone who might not have played enough games here.
Well, yeah, I think when you're talking about MVP candidates, you also got to consider not only just games played, but you've got to consider whether they're sharing the load. You think about Eltham's team; they're pretty star-studded with Agosta, Bandelovsky. You've got Cunningham. You've got Mitch Blackburn.
Yeah, Blackburn. Yeah.
So there's going to be games there where they're pinching votes off each other when it comes to the MVP voting.
Yeah, absolutely. Joel Foxwell is also up there in the race. He's been a player of the month, I believe, from Sandringham, averaging 21 points per game. He can shoot the absolute lights out. 26% probably doesn't justify it quite too much, but I would assume every single scout for him is do not let him catch and shoot, go over pick and rolls, and then contest at the rim because he is efficient at the line, 82%.
Yeah, and he once again, talking like Agosta, it's when you're playing point and he gets it done with his assists as well as stealing the ball. So he does it on both ends. He's been really good this year. Interesting one, Ted, I want you to point out here is Chase Page, averaging 21 points a game, but he's only played the 11 games.
Yeah, I mean, I believe they've got 2 more games to play, I believe. Don't quote me on that. But no, if he came back a little bit earlier from college and, played around, 15, 16 games, he'd be a serious contender. He's incredibly efficient from three-point land. He can put the ball on the floor. He's tall and lengthy, so he's, disruptive on the offensive end because he can play physical. And then defensively, he's super, super active. He goes and gets rebounds. He's a great communicator. He's an awesome teammate to have. So, no, that's a very interesting one to bring up. Another one who I think is also interesting is Daniel Polsma. Quite a similar player. Not much of a shooting threat, but an insane motivator and competitive beast on the floor.
Yeah, well, he is able to score the ball at will, just under 21 points a game. And, yeah, I think he's someone for sure that will come into contention when it comes to voting and even potentially that All-Star 5. Just knowing that he can do a bit of everything. He's just a really nice basketball player.
Yeah, absolutely. Some two bigs in the race that could be serious contenders. Justin Arcee from Dandenong and Bailey Ruff from Ringwood. Some seasoned veterans in VYC. 2 sort of different kind of players. Bailey Ruff is batter and bruising inside the paint, incredibly efficient around the ring, whereas Justin Arcee can play the perimeter game. He's an excellent shooter, shooting 30% from the field, and he's quite agile for someone with the frame that he has.
Yeah, for sure. I saw Arcee play where he was just getting underneath the zone time and time again and is really efficient around the hoop. No one could stop him.
Absolutely. Mason Gaze is also a bit of a dark horse here, playing just the 12 games here, but 19 points per game. He was our player of the month at the start of the season. He's just shy of a double-double, 9 rebounds per game. Doesn't turn the ball over overly much. Distributes 4.5 assists. He's not really a three-point threat, but someone who's just dominant across the board. I believe he was on the starting 5 this weekend.
Yeah, he's been really good all season. Will certainly be in the mix.
Absolutely. Look, that'll be all for us today. Keep it locked in Big V as finals for Youth League is right around the corner.